Lord Krishna concluded the 7th chapter by glorying Jnani Bhakt as one who knows Brahman, Adhyatma, Karma, Adhibhut, and Adhyak, the complete nature of God consisting of Para and Apara Prakriti. He remembers the God at the time of death also. Hello and welcome to my channel. We are reading Bhagwatgeeta and today we are reading chapter 8. Aksharbrahman Yoga. So let's continue. With the desire to understand the above new terms, Arjun asks 7 questions to Krishna. The 8th chapter begins with these questions. The first 6 dealing with the 6 terms beginning with Brahman and the last one dealing with the thought of a person at the time of death. Lord Krishna answers, Brahman is the imperishable truth. Adhyatma is the same Brahman behind the individual equipments. Karma refers to all actions which are the cause of the birth of all beings. Adhibhut is the entire perishable inert universe. Adhidev is the Hiranyagarbh who blesses all the organs of all beings. Adhyagna is the Lord as the presiding deity of all the actions of the individual. From the 5th verse till the end of this chapter, Lord Krishna elaborately answers the last question, that is, how to remember the Lord even at the time of death. Whenever be predominant thought pattern at the time of death, that determines the place of the rebirth as well as the type of rebirth. Hence, if a person yearns of all the Lord at the time of death, his rebirth will be conducive for the pursuit of the Lord, in which he will naturally be successful. It is said that those who are Sagun Upasaks will go to Brahmalok. They will attain liberation by gaining knowledge from Brahma, the Creator himself. This is called Karma Mukti. But the thought pattern at the time of death is determined by the predominant thought pattern throughout one's life. Hence, Krishna asks to remember God all the time so that we will remember Him at the time of death also. Though it may appear difficult, one can succeed in this by constant effort and sincere practice. From the 9th to the 13th verse, Krishna describes elaborately the practice of upasana at the time of death. One should control the organs of perception as well as action. Then, by the skill of yoga practice, pran has to be withdrawn to the top of the head between the eyebrows. Then, he should withdraw the mind back to the heart, its source. With such a mind, he should meditate a Omkar or any chosen deity with all devotion. He attains God who is omniscient, eternal, the ruler, subtler than the subtlest, the sustainer of all, incomprehensible, effulgent, and beyond ignorance. All scriptures talk about him alone. All dispassionate seekers reach him alone. All disciplines are for attaining him alone. He is the ultimate goal of upasaks. For a person who is sincerely committed to the practice of meditation of God and whose devotion is undivided, God is easily attainable. Then the Lord compares 2 types of goals, God and the world. Nobody can put the end to the cycle of birth by reaching higher loks or by acquiring better bodies. Even Brahma, the creator who has the longest duration of life, cannot be free from finitude. Then, what to talk of all other things and beings which appear during the day of Brahma and disappear during his night? Hence, all the loks and achievements therein are finite. God is the only eternal and changeless principle who is beyond the unmanifest and manifest creation. He is imperishable and is the supreme goal of life. All beings exist in Him and everything is pervaded by Him. Attaining Him, one does not take rebirth in the mortal world. Thus, the Lord established that attainment of God is the highest goal compared to all other achievements. Now, Krishna discusses the 2 paths that lead to the two goals which are subject to non-return and return. An upasak attains karma mukti by departing through the bright path, which is presided over by the deities of fire day, bright for night, and Uttarayanam. He goes to Brahmlok, gains self knowledge from Brahma, and becomes liberated. Ritualists go by the dark path, which is presided over by the deities of smoke, night, dark for night, and Dakshinayan. They come back after enjoying in the heavens. Since the bright path takes one to God, one should choose that alone. To take to that path, one should become an upasak. Hence, Krishna advises Arjun to be committed to upasana. Concluding the topic, Krishna glorifies the result of upasana as superior to all other results gained through all other pursuits, because none of them can take one to that goal which the upasak attains, the supreme, primal God. Upasana can take a seeker to Guru and Shastra. Naturally, upasak becomes Jnani Bhakt. He is liberated in this very life. He has no travel. This aspect was talked in the 7th chapter and will be continued from the 9th chapter. If upasana does not take one to Guru and Shastra, he continues to be self-ignorant. He is not liberated in this life, but he travels by the bright path to Brahmalok. Instructed by Brahma, the Creator himself, he becomes Jnani Bhakt and is liberated. This is called Karma Mukti, which is discussed in the 8th chapter. Thus, upasana is useful for Jivan Mukti as well as Karma Mukti. Since Krishna begins the teaching with Aksharbrahman, this chapter is called Aksharbrahma Yoga. So, this is it for today. I'll read chapter 9 in my next video.